But the scripture clearly says it. Can evil be done in the city unless the Lord have done it? Can a man add one cubit to his own stature? That's another one. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, no, you cannot. But the Most High could. Because he's the one that's in control of all of these things. And ultimately, Esau's going to find that out. And that's going to be part of these the straits that the scriptures talk about him getting into. Okay? I said, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the prophets. So the Lord was going to be revealing these things unto his prophets because he set it up from the foundations of earth. That's what's going to be the script. That's what's going to happen. Okay? And let's go to the book of Job now. Okay? This is Job, the 20th chapter. Job, the 20th chapter. And this is... Alright, Job 20 and 23, it says, when he's about to fill his belly, when he's about to establish the so-called New World Order agenda, initiative, whatever you want to call it, right, when he's about to fill his belly, okay, the Most High shall cast the fury upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, and he shall flee from the iron weapon. Okay, so it's just, Robert, let's start from the 21st verse, Job 20 and 21. It says, and then they shall, Job 20 and 22 says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, right, damn near in the accomplishment of his endeavor. Okay, in the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. We read within the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, how these different nations were going to be coming up against Esau, and ultimately they're going to hate Esau. They were going to hate the woman that sitteth upon the scarlet-colored beast. Okay, in the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in straits, which means difficulties. Every hand of the wicked, which means the heathen nations, the Chinese, the Russians, all of that. Okay, in his fullness of his sufficiency shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him, and when he is about to fill his belly, okay, so the Most High cast his wrath upon him. Okay, so when he's doing World War III, because here it is, we're reading this article, and you're reading about the geopolitical situations that you have out here that are engineered, which is all part of the plan. So in the fullness of his sufficiency, okay, the Most High was going to put him in straight. So as he's put together a plan for World War III to pop off, okay, and he's saying, look, yeah, you know, World War III is nearly done. We're going to do this after the third population is going to be nice control, whatever. But the scripture says that what? That when World War III plays out, the Most High was going to have it to where the Lord was going to return. In 2 Ezra, the 13th chapter, it tells you this. The Lord was going to return, and he was going to intervene, and also, as a result, okay, Esau was going to be taken out of the rulership seat, man. Okay? So let's just read that again. Job 20 and 21, it says, Job 20 and 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, so the Most High cast his wrath upon him. 2 Ezra, the 13th chapter. Okay, and shall rain it upon him whilst he is eating. And I might read that a little bit later on. Okay, and refer back to that scripture, to that precept. Okay, so back within the book of, back within this article right here, right, and this is on Blacklisted News, and it's called Why the Globalists Need War, and they need it soon. Okay, and we just read it because that's all they're part of the endeavor. That's part of the plan that they're trying to put in place. Okay, so it says there, and the outcomes are circumstantial and coincidental, so willingly ignorant. Okay, it's beautiful how these different articles, they all link up with the scripture quite nicely, because you got a lot of jakes out here that think things are circumstantial, coincidental. Okay, the regional conflicts that you got out there, they are completely random and unattached to each other, but they're all attached to each other, and they're all leading up to a identifiable, biblically identifiable goal, and geopolitically one identifiable goal, okay, which is to set up their so-called kingdom upon the earth, man, to have complete control of the earth. That's dealing with these elites. Okay, so it says there, if you think the globalist conspiracy would require too much control or foresight, I will point to the organized. I'll point out the organized conspiracy people by power. Let me read that again. It says, I'll point out the organized conspiracy by people in power is a matter of history, not theory. So when you check out the different presidents that you've had out there within the so-called United States and Britain too, you find out a lot of those different presidents were part of masonry, okay, and subsequently what you know now is the Illuminati, all of these people have been part of secret societies, and this is well-known history. Okay, it's well-known in history that the Bushes, they're part of the so-called secret societies, and their subsequent follow-ups, they're gonna be just by simple deductions. Okay, simple mathematics. If the predecessor was part of the secret society, okay, and nothing is so significant has changed, then it means it stands to reason that the new presidents that you got out there, whether it be Trump, Obama, or whatever idiot that they're saying is the president of America, it stands to reason that they're gonna be part of the same secret cult or cult societies, man. Okay, so it ain't a thing about conspiracy theory and they're planning to consolidate their own power and the World War III is all part of the greater agenda. Okay, this is all part of the same plan, man, because it's the same leaders that have been in rulership and the same are coming from the same clan of people, man. Okay, that's why you got into where you got all types of demonic and Masonic symbology within the United States. Whether you're looking at the money itself, okay, of which money, that's them demonic symbolisms. That's a major part of how that money works, man. That's why people are so enchanted by the prospects of going out there into America and so-called making money out there and making it big, making dollars, man. Which that's not even real money. That's why it's got all types of enchantments on it, because it ain't even real money. It's currency. Okay, you're dealing with real money. You're dealing with gold, silver. Okay, land. Okay, hell, even butter. Okay, you take two sheep for a cow. That's butter. That's the trade of real wealth. But as far as these people are concerned, because they got some FRNs within their pocket, they're doing good. And that's all part of the witchcraft, man. Okay? It says, in my article, The Economic Endgame Explained, the economic endgame continues. Okay, this is the two articles that he references of his own work. I outline the considerable evidence, okay, supporting the following conclusion. Internal financiers, okay, political puppets within Western and Eastern countries share a deep-rooted ideology, right, called globalism, okay, having everything underneath one control, okay. So here it is, you got it to where you got Russia out there with Iran and China, and they're saying they want one consolidated currency, and you're seeing that, you're saying, oh, that's actually a threat to the dollar. Well, no, that's just part of the bigger picture, mate. Okay, they're saying, look, this is the threat, and the elite banking family set up. Okay, because what you have to understand about how commerce works, whether they're trading gold between themselves and doing bilateral trade outside of the dollar, okay, they're still using the Edomite system, man. They're still using the same system that every other currency has to use, the same SWIFT payment system. They haven't come out of the system. It's all part of the one unified thing. Now, what that's going to look like for the average person is going to be, oh, okay, that's the reason why America had to go out there and wage war against the Russians. But really, the bigger part of that is globalizing. So they're gonna take pieces from all over the places and say, okay, that thing worked out there within Russia. Now let's have it as a worldwide thing. Okay. So when you have it to where this RFID chip is implanted, it's gonna be one single currency, okay, used across the whole planet Earth, and everybody's gonna be within that system of doing things. Okay, that's the economic end goal. Okay. So it says that right, an Eastern country share a deeply rooted ideology called globalism or the New World Order. We read about this. Within the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay, it says this ideology demands total centralization of economy and government. So you're gonna have it to where one rule, one government, one group of people is gonna have rule of the earth, of the entirety of the Earth's resources. Now this all goes back to Esau, because Esau is gonna be the one that's gonna be ruling with its complete rule. But ultimately, the Most High is not going to have him established that, as we've read within the book of Job, the 20th chapter, how the Most High was going to have him in difficulties. Okay, when he's about to fulfill his belly. And the fact of the matter is this. Okay, he's trying to establish what the Most High is going to establish within the 12 tribes of Israel. The Israelites are actually going to establish a globalized economy. Okay, with one single, not currency, but monetary system, okay? We're going to be using a globalized system with one ruler, one monetized system, okay? That's just going to work, because it's going to be in righteousness. What Esau's trying to set up, not only is it against the prophecies and the scriptures and what the Most High is going to set up, okay? It's also in wickedness, man. Okay, because the scripture says you ain't supposed to be making incisions within yourself. You ain't supposed to be making cuttings within yourself. But Esau wants to go out there and put a RFID chip within you. Okay? So let's read that what's going to be the what's actually going to be the globalized system that the Mosai Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to set up. Because there is going to be a new world order. It's just not going to be the ones the elite banking families are looking for. Okay? There is going to be a new globalized system. It's just not the ones the elite banking families are setting up. So here it is, the Mosai has had it to where Esau's done what? He's done all of this work in setting up World War III, but really the Mosai is using World War III to set up his new world order, the righteous new world order, which we read about within the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter. So the Mosai double bluffed Esau. Hey, but that's why the scripture says that what? Two things, okay? Pride goeth before destruction, but more to the point of this. Okay, how is the pride of Esau's heart has deceived him in thinking that he can go outside of the control of the Abba Shem Yahushua. In trying to set up a new destiny, Esau has fulfilled his destiny, which is to be destroyed. Okay, so let's go to now Amos, the 9th chapter. Okay, Amos, the 9th chapter, and I'll start from the 9th verse. Okay, Amos 9:9. It says, and it shall come to pass in that, is that 9? Amos 9, yeah, Amos 9:9, it says, and at that day would I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. That's the times we're living in right now. Okay, you're seeing the prophets coming up all over the place, getting into the word, teaching. Okay, that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I'll raise up his ruins, and I'll build him. I'll raise up his ruins, and I'll build him as in the days of old. You can read about that within the book of Ezekiel, the 36th chapter. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen that are called by my name, saith the Lord. Okay, so this is where the Mosai is setting up his new global system. So here it is, you got Esau out here thinking that he's setting up something that's way over yonder and thinking that he's going to achieve it. But the reality of the situation is you're a cog within a bigger system of new or global control, okay, consolidated under one group of people, and that's going to be a fulfillment of prophecy that we have just read within the book of Amos, the 9th chapter. Like I said, there is going to be a new world order, okay, but it's just going to be the new world order of the Israelites as opposed to the elite banking families of Esau, okay? So let's carry on with this article. It says, this ideology demands the total centralization of economy, government, resulting in a single global fiscal authority. And we're going to have a single fiscal authority, okay? Because when you're talking about being kings and priests, like the scripture saying, how we're a nation of kings and priests, that being the Israelites, okay? Then you have to understand that there is a certain manner or a way in which coins are supposed to be weighed, on which barley and wheat is supposed to be measured against. There's a certain meticulousness that Yahweh Shem Yahushua deals with. And that meticulousness, how, when you're supposed to farm, days you're supposed to be taken off. Okay, well, it's Sabbath, high holy days. All of these different things, when you have it to where we're going to be kings and priests upon the face of the earth, all of these things are centralized systems, man. They're centralized systems. If you go to where Moab is doing something different on a Sabbath, well, guess what? The whole Moab is going to be destroyed. Matter of fact, the scripture says that any nation that doesn't follow the orders of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be destroyed, man. That's what the scripture said. The scripture says anyone that doesn't follow the ordinances that the Lord was going to put in place in that day was going to be eradicated. Okay, that's a globalized, centralized system. That's going to be centralized within Jerusalem, and it's going to be ruled by Israelites. Okay, the people of Jerusalem. Okay, like I said, it's a new world order. It's just not the new world order that you want. Okay, so it says that a centralized economy and government resulting in a single global fiscal authority, okay, of which we're going to be the single global fiscal authority. That's why we're going to be kings as well as priests, okay? It says, a single monetary system, right, which we're going to have that single monetary system. Now, when Esau establishing his single monetary system, he's going to be controlling your money, he's going to be taking your taxes. Okay, if you go, right now you go to a, we're in Britain right now, right? So you pay your taxes and they go out to what? To the British government, because this is the British coins that I'm using, okay? That's not the scriptures. The Lord said what? Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, right? So we're giving unto Caesar what is Caesar. So now you got into where you got a new system set up now in the new world order, okay? And everybody's underneath the same currency, Bitcoins or whatever. We're still going to be paying taxes onto who? The elite banking families. Now when we're set up as kings and priests, they're going to be paying tithes to who? They're going to be paying tithes to the Israelites. And the scripture says that within the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, how that the heathens was going to bring the forces, or how that these nations going to bring the forces of the Gentiles unto us. Okay? So we're going to have that new global monetary system, man. Okay? And one world ruling structure, okay, how that the Most High is going to be the supreme king of everything. Underneath him was going to be Yahushua, and underneath him was going to be King David. That's going to be the new ruling, and under King David was going to be what? The rest of the 12 tribes of Israel. That was going to be the new ruling structure upon the face of the earth. Okay, nothing else, man. Okay? Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we're good. Okay? So, carrying on here, it says, a single global monetary system, or one world ruling structure. And obviously such a pursuit will take extensive time and planning. And when you read the history of how these elite bankers families have conducted themselves, this plan has been put in place since the time of the Borgias, man. And it started first and foremost with the defacing of the image of the Lord. And the scripture says that what? Within the book of Job, the 9th chapter, on the 24th verse, okay, the earth is given into the power, the earth is given into the wicked, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Okay? So the whole thing of this plan coming to fruition, that goes back centuries, man, until the time of the Borgias. They knew that it was the Edomites. They knew they was going to have rulership for a certain amount of time, and they're trying to have it to where they was going to extend their rulership. But the scripture says that the Most High has bound the time of his rulership, and he wasn't going to add a day to his rulership, man. Okay? So let's carry on. It says, obviously such a pursuit will take extensive time and planning. And it did take extensive time and planning. It took centuries for them to get to the point where they got now. Okay? The whole technological thing of computers, that comes from an idea of having everybody chipped. Okay? IBM, all of these companies, they're all running off of the same route, and they're all working to the same agenda of having a centralized global system. And the Most High ain't gonna have that, but he's gonna have a righteous centralized global system, okay, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay? The carry on says, and it is a long-term project with moments of accelerated change. Now that's dealing with the accelerated change. It was going to be what? World War I, World War II. Okay, any false flag event that they throw out there was going to have you to where you can accelerate change. Okay, because when you really go into the principles of gradualism, okay, if you change something, most of the time when you change, unless you have a chaotic situation, people just need something to survive. Okay. Unless you gradually change something, people was gonna reject it, man. Okay, I guess you could say that's all part of the system, the fabric of your mind. Okay, for most people, a change that's too fast is unacceptable. So what they have to do, they have to gradually change legislation behind the scenes and this, that, and the third. But every now and then they'll throw a false flag up in there, and that's when they could really make big steps and make big moves, man. Okay. It says the globalists refer to the process of their intended change as a global economic reset. Okay, so it's all based around money. Okay, all based around resource. Okay, land. Okay, because money, like I said, money, gold, all of these things, that's real money. That's the real thing that's gonna be dealt with. So as they take the so-called global control of the world, they're gonna be taking control of what? They're gonna be taking control of land, oil, gold, silver, all of these things. But see, the Most High is not gonna have them achieve that. In fact, the scripture says that what? His riches shall flow away from him, man. Okay? All that he has labored for shall flow away from it. And who's going to be taking it? It's going to be the Israelites. To the end of what it said within the book of Daniel, okay, it's going to be fulfilled. How the scripture says that the saints shall take the kingdom. Okay, who are the saints? Psalms 50 and 5. Them that have made a oath, a covenant with Yahweh Shem Yahushua by blood, which was the Israelites during the time of Moses, which you know now is the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay. So the globalists refer to this process as the of intended change as a global economic reset. A reset of the world's economic processes is not far from far-fetched. Is not so far-fetched as skeptics like to argue. And all you have to do is crash the economy and have the World War III thing pop up at the same time. Now really it's going to be more like the World War III thing, because you go back onto the history and you check out what happened in World War II. There wasn't you had to have an economic you had to have a damn near economic reset, okay, after World War II, because people are having rations and this, that, and the third. So now you're gonna have this economic reset take place now in World War III, which is the intended whether I think it's before they're gonna try to have it play off or during it. I forget how the timeline really works out. But ultimately, that's all going to be part of that whole agenda, man. Okay, and people are going to think these are all independent, random, occurring things when it's all being meticulously planned out by Esau. Really, he was doing the bidding of Yahweh Hashem outside, and at the Most High, really, he's the one that's intending to put an economic reset within the world so that righteousness can be dwelt within the earth, man. That's why the scripture says that how the whole earth is going to be a rest, because now when you're going to have an economic reset in righteousness, everybody's going to have their own peace. Now, who's going to be the supreme elite? It's going to be the Israelites, but everybody's going to be having their own peace. Okay? When you have a centralized government, okay, right, centralized within righteousness, because the Israelites are established as a power upon the face of the earth, well, you're going to know the land Sabbath is going to be kept, so the earth's going to flourish. You know, we ain't going to be poisoning the whole ocean, so the ocean's going to be all right. Okay? So here it is, you're talking about globalism and talking about how the elites are going to be the new globalists. But the fact of the matter is, the Israelites are going to be the next globalists, and everybody's going to be happy for that. Okay? So, so the question is posed, so why would war be necessary ingredient to globalization? It says war is the ultimate distraction, the ultimate divider, and perhaps ironically, the ultimate consolidator. Okay?